Interesting. Very interesting. How Caitlin Clark can say something, the old guard fans, you guys will trash her for it. And then Paige Bueckers remixes the same exact message, and it's either met with praise, oh, I love it when Paige says it, or crickets, because you don't want to be caught playing the fool.
The WNBA Players Association appears to be unraveling not because of billionaire owners or corporate attorneys, but due to deep internal conflict and mounting public tension. What began as a push for financial equity has in the eyes of critics shifted into factional infighting that's playing out in full view of fans and media. Instead of presenting a united front during high-stakes collective bargaining negotiations, divisions between veteran leaders and emerging stars have fueled controversy. The union's demand for 27% of league gross revenue along with strike authorization threats that could jeopardize the season intensified scrutiny at a pivotal moment for the league. Amid this turbulence, rising superstar Caitlin Clark was asked to publicly align with the union's more aggressive stance. Rather than echoing the rhetoric, she emphasized a measured business-focused perspective. Referencing the league's reported $2.22 billion television rights agreement, Clark signaled the importance of macroeconomic realities and long-term strategy over emotional escalation. Her comments were viewed by some as pragmatic and forward-thinking, while others interpreted them as a break from union solidarity, highlighting the growing philosophical divide within the WNBPA as negotiations continue to shape the league's future.
I think the most important thing for myself thinking about these CBA negotiations, this is the biggest moment WNBA has ever staged. It's not something that can be messed up, and we're going to fight for everything that we deserve, but at the same time,
This may be the most pivotal moment in WNBA history, and according to many observers, it cannot afford to be mishandled. The core argument is simple. The league has played basketball to generate revenue. That was the essence of what Caitlin Clark emphasized during the height of collective bargaining tensions. Her stance centered on a straightforward business principle. Sports leagues cannot maximize revenue if the product disappears. Canceling games risks alienating casual fans, jeopardizing television partnerships and straining corporate sponsorships. Clark urged compromise, stressing that the game itself must remain on the floor for long-term financial growth. Supporters viewed her comments as pragmatic and forward-thinking during prolonged 16-month negotiation process. However, her remarks sparked intense backlash from some critics who argued that her perspective undercut union solidarity. Questions were raised about how endorsement opportunities, including her high-profile deal with Nike, may have shaped public perception of her stance. The debate quickly moved beyond contract percentages and revenue splits, evolving into a broader conversation about leadership, labor strategy, and generational divides within the league. As deadlines approach and uncertainty grows around potential missed paychecks, tensions remain high. Into that environment stepped another rising star, Paige Bueckers, whose comment on the same bargaining crisis drew heavy scrutiny. Bueckers, a standout talent with deep ties to University of Connecticut, represents a new generation of players navigating a highly charged political and economic landscape. Her interview added another layer to the ongoing debate, highlighting how differently players can frame the same labor dispute and how quickly those differences can ignite controversy in today's digital era.
Implemented for us to move on our stance. So we as players, we don't want to strike. We want to have a season. I love playing basketball. That's all I want to do. But again, there's things that need to be handled. We don't want to do it as a professional. At this point,
when Paige Bueckers stated, "We do not want to strike. We want to have a season. I love playing basketball. We want to do it as professionals." Many observers noted that her message closely mirrored the earlier stance taken by Caitlin Clark. The core idea was the same. Prioritize playing the season, avoid a strike, and protect the business foundation of the league. Both perspectives emphasize compromise and the importance of keeping the product on the court to sustain revenue, fan engagement, and long-term growth. However, critics quickly pointed out what they perceived as inconsistent reactions. While Clark's earlier comments drew significant backlash in debate about union solidarity, Bueckers' remarks were met with far less visible public criticism from veteran players or established league commentators. That contrast fueled accusations of a double standard across social media platforms where fans openly question why similar viewpoints appear to generate dramatically different responses. As a collective bargaining deadline approaches, the conversation has expanded beyond labor strategy itself, evolving into a broader debate about media narratives, player alliances, and internal dynamics within the WNBA.